this series is Brackish. Being the word nerd that I am, I looked it up in the dictionary to look at, because I love nerding out over the synonyms and whatnot. So some of my favorite definitions for brackish are down to earth, tough, witty, spicy, pungent, powerful, and strong. And so I tried to have touch on a little bit of all of those in my selection of poems. But the most common connotation to me is the literal of salt water. So I knew that I had to have an ocean-related poem in the mix. So this is called Out of the Blue. And so the backstory is, so I asked someone out, old school, long distance, wrote a handwritten letter, because that was the most personal way that I could think of for a long distance asking, and without wanting to put him on the spot. And so I mailed the letter, and then of course there's the anxious days of waiting following this, because I'm like, what if it got stuck in the postal box somewhere, and I never hear from him, but that's why, because it never reached him. Or what if I got his address wrong? How often does he check his mail? It just went on and on. Never mind the actual question of what have I done, and is this going to come out? So this is in the anxious waiting that I wrote this. Out of the blue. Seems every time opportunity tugs my invisible line, I launch my hopes back into the sea, never daring to keep what I have caught. But now I've given up standing on the shore. I've melted sand, spun myself into a glass bottle, flown into the deep and wide. This time, I will let myself be carried all the way to the edge salt water strives to define. Today, I am wave-tossed, waiting for your knowing eyes to notice the glint of something solid floating toward you. For your sculptor's hands to fish me out of the breaker's endless arriving. To uncork, release my breath, uncurl the unexpected question, this plunging possibility poised on the lip of a word, hoping you'll be hooked on the tail of my why and name the past anew. Read me back to myself, yes me into tomorrow.